Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 6 biggest mistakes people make when buying Christmas presents. And I'm very excited about this. So if you enjoy this type of content and other homeschool content, please remember to subscribe and let's talk about Christmas. Okay guys, I can't believe I'm already filming Christmas videos. Obviously Christmas for influencers starts a lot earlier than it does for everybody else, but it's still crazy to me. But I wanted to make this video in preparation for the other Christmas content that is coming, especially for the gift guide for my kids and stocking stuffers and things like that, because it kind of explains how I go about buying gifts. And instead of having to explain it in all of those videos, it will be explained here. So in those videos, we can just get to the good stuff. So let's get into some of these points. Okay, so the first mistake you're making is you either buy too many presents or you spend too much money. Okay, I think we all, especially in our culture, have gotten into this idea of we have to buy all these things. We have to spend tons of money. It has to be huge, like presents out of the top of our house. Okay, it has to be lots and lots and lots and lots. And really, no, it doesn't have to be lots. I think we all struggle with that. You know, we want to buy all the things. We go down the store and we're just like, oh, look at this. And we buy everything on the aisle. This could be cute. This could be fun. But guess what? It just all ends up in our basement or in our kids' rooms, and you can't get in the rooms or in the basement because it's just full of toys. And I remember having a friend that used to live in our neighborhood, and I think it was our first Christmas in this house. I was mentioning kind of what we were doing and just kind of keeping it more minimalistic. And she's like, oh, that's kind of a good idea. She's like, we probably won't do that. Like, we bought all the doll houses and our basement's already just so full of stuff already, so full of toys. But we'll probably do the same thing again this year. And I just thought that was interesting. Again, we just kind of get stuck in that idea of just buy lots of toys, spend a good amount of money. I don't know if this is how I show love, is by giving all these gifts and stuff, or my kids will get mad if I don't, you know, because I've created this kind of pattern with them. But I think we need to stop buying so many gifts and spending so much money. Okay, the next biggest mistake you are making is by not making gifts meaningful. Okay, this is so important. It's very easy to just go down the aisles of a store and pick a bunch of gifts, but who knows if anybody's gonna like them. Yes, they'll be excited when they open a present because people are excited when they open presents, but do they really care? Is it something they even like? Okay, does it show that you know anything about them? And I think that that is very important. Meaningful gifts are, I think that would be my love language, really, meaningful gifts. For people giving me love, that would show that you really care about me because it shows that you know who I am. And I think that's why I like meaningful gifts so much and think it's so important that we kind of get back to that, because we've gotten so used to just buying whatever we see in the store or whatever's trending, whatever everybody else is buying, instead of really focusing on what people like or what our kids even like. You know, do they like what all of our neighbors like? Maybe, but maybe not. And so make sure we're getting meaningful things, which also requires us to kind of plan ahead a little bit so that we are getting meaningful things, or we can think through it a little bit. And how many more times can I say meaningful in the sentence? But I think I was like this even before I met my husband, like wanting meaningful gifts and thinking other things were wastes of money. Like, why go spend your money on things that people don't even like? I think it's so dumb. But my husband is an economist and very practical and doesn't think you should just go spend money. Well, they'd rather, the best gift is just giving people money or a gift card where they can choose what they need, what's most meaningful to them, or you just don't give any gifts at all because it's pointless, it's a waste, it's not economical. And so I've even become more that way since 13 years of marriage with him. I'm just very practical and like, why do that? And so I try, if I'm going to be getting a gift for someone, I really try to think through what I know about them or ask them questions about themselves to try to figure out what would be the most meaningful for them. Okay, the next biggest mistake people are making is taking vacations for Christmas. I've just had a lot of videos lately that are a little bit like sassier. I feel like people are gonna attack me for them. That's okay. Okay, first off, I wanna say that I don't think doing vacations for Christmas are bad. I think that's a fun idea. And if that's how you wanna spend your money, spend your Christmas, then go for it. The thing that I think is bad is when we are like, oh, it's cheaper to go on vacation than it is to have Christmas at home with our family. And I know maybe not everybody has said that, but I've had several people that I know. There was one when we lived in California that I already had Christmas presents kind of sitting out on our like coffee table to keep them out of reach of our toddler. And so they were sitting there and this person was leaving from book club and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to Disney World or something. And they were military, so they got a discount to go to, not Disney World, Disneyland. But it still was gonna be really expensive. She's like, yeah, we're going to Disneyland because that's way cheaper for our family. And it's puzzled me ever since because I'm like, how is that way cheaper? Okay, most of the time at Christmas, I spend about $1,300 total. That's for everything that I'm buying for Christmas. Whether it's stocking stuff or just stuff going under the tree, everything is about that cost, which most places for a week, maybe that's your hotel. That doesn't necessarily include food, or if you're going to still pay money to go into Disneyland or pay to do whatever it is you're doing while you're there for a week, you know, wherever you go on vacation. And so I don't think the vacation part is bad in planning that as your gift, but I think if you're doing it in place of Christmas presents, then you're spending way too much money on Christmas presents. Because I'm just like, how? Like, how do you even spend that much money on Christmas presents? So just make sure that you're not misinterpreting that or conveying the message to your kids that, oh, the cost of a vacation should be the same cost as everything we do at home for Christmas. The next biggest mistake you're making is extended family gifts. And this goes back to meaningful gifts as well. But my sister, I think, has asked several times, and my sister-in-law, about doing extended family gifts, and I always am like, no. And they're like, okay. But let me tell you why. Here's a few of the ways I've heard extended family gifts going. Well, at least one of the ways. And it is, you make a list of everything you want, and the budget is like $50. I'll send you my Google Doc with my list. You send me yours, and we'll pick something off the list and spend our $50. What the heck? That doesn't mean anything. Why don't I go buy my own list with my own $50? Okay? If you are going to do extended family gifts, make them meaningful. Make them fun. Turn them into experiences. And that's what I told my family. I'm like, I'd rather spend time together with you. Like, we could go out to dinner. We've done bowling before. We went to dinner and went bowling before we all had a billion kids. And we were easily able to just put the couple kids we had with other people to watch. We went to dinner as just couples and my parents, so me, my brother and sister, our spouses and my parents. And then we went bowling and that was a lot of fun, okay? And then we usually get together for Christmas, like before Christmas, and do a whole bunch of family activities. And you could create, you know, like have a $20 date box or $30 since inflation, you know, $30 date box or whatever you want your budget to be. They could create it around going to the movies, maybe some just activities you could do at home, especially if it's harder for you to find a babysitter. Those things mean something, okay? They show that you put effort in. They show that you know the person. I do not want to do extended family gifts that are just exchanging of money, okay? We're exchanging your list for my list, and I'm buying you something on your list. It has no effort in it whatsoever. And so if you're going to get gifts for your extended family, make sure there's a purpose behind it, that it's not just a routine. This is just what we do. I just feel like that shows more love and care. That's part of the holiday season, is making sure you understand who your family is and feeling known, right? Christ knows us, and so make sure that they feel known. And I think that's way more important. That goes so much further than just buying them something off their list. Okay, the next mistake you're making is waiting until the last minute to buy gifts, okay? Because there might be deals that you can get earlier. So I bought some things back in the middle of the summer when there was some deals going on. And then there's some deals that had just happened, in October. And so I bought a few more things then. But planning ahead helps a lot and saves you some money. And also make sure you're buying more meaningful gifts, because then if you're like right before Christmas, the week before, the day before, you're rushing through the store, you only have so many options. You're in a hurry and you're just like, what is there left? Okay, so it helps you be more intentional. It helps you save some money if you plan ahead and buy gifts early. The last mistake you might be making is using your love language of gift giving wrong. Okay, because I know some people, I have family members that are like this, their love language is giving gifts and receiving gifts, which isn't a bad thing. But how about you use that gift to find meaningful gifts? Like channel that into buying meaningful gifts instead of buying the most gifts, you know, or I have to buy everybody gifts. Okay, you and you and you and you. Maybe you just write them a nice, cute note that shows that you know them. Okay, that is enough, that you don't have to do all the other things. So make sure you're using your gift, because I don't want someone to not feel loved and not feel like they can't show that love for others when that is their love language, is gift giving. But make sure you can channel all that energy into making sure the gifts are meaningful, not crazy expensive, and that it just makes both you and the person you're giving them to more happy. Okay, so those are 6 of the biggest mistakes people make when buying Christmas gifts. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope maybe it's helpful for you as you are shopping for Christmas presents. And I will have a lot of my Christmas videos coming out pretty soon after this one. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're very, very excited for Christmas. And remember to keep Christ in the season, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time.